Hello and welcome to the journey. I hope that you all are doing well. Planets are moving direct. Everybody's questioning the relationships that they're in. Work ships. Everybody's questioning their ships, tightening their ropes. Okay, if you know anything about sailing, before you go out, you got to check, make sure things are working, right? Well, this is in all signs. Hello, guys. How are you? This is in all signs. Next 48. Okay, with Jupiter direct. I'm going to pull one from the spellcaster, and then I'm going to do some clarifying with the tarot, and then I'm going to pull a soul's journey. I might as well. To top it off of it for you, guys. I know you're all feeling discombobulated, twisted, confused. Well, you know, not to make it, because some of you are seeing very clearly, you know exactly what's happening and why it's happening, right? Especially if you're on this channel, okay? You know exactly what's going on. And, you know, the Most High is twisting and turning all of us into the places where it is we desire to be, we've been asking to be, we want to be. But you know, we got to get rid of some habits, some vices, some repetitive, horrible things that we tell ourselves. We have to get rid of, you know, and that's it's an ongoing thing on the journey. But it's particularly right now. You know what I'm saying? It's particularly I want to say it's particularly more intense, more of a focal point, more of I need to adjust these things now, as it's ever been before prevalent in your life. Yes? I would like to think like now is a time that you're probably debating more about your spirituality, your finances, who's around you, more so now than you ever did before in your lifetime on the journey that you're currently on, right? It's just a little bit more intense right now. Aries, how are you? You're stepping out and leading in, taking the lead like you always do, right? Showing people how it needs to be done, diving into the deep, as Adele would say. Diving in the deep. And that might mean something to you as well in regards to the journey that you are specifically on, right? Because all of our journeys are different. Check out your birth chart to get more details on yours and what you should be doing, what would be helpful in your life to do. Working with energies as opposed to against them. Knowing your house placements and, you know, where your true node is, your north node, will be very helpful to you in this lifetime. So you're either building the courage or you are instilling the courage in yourself right now, Aries, to continue to move forward, press on, beyond what people are saying, beyond what people are doing, beyond how others may feel about the actions that you're taking in regards to spirituality, in regards to your mental health, your well-being, your financial health and growth. And everyone has a view on what it's like in your world, right? The four corners, the background drop, it's like noise from out there trying to find its way in. But see how laser focused the lion is? Straight ahead. Going straight to where I'm supposed to be going. Ignoring the noise behind him. You know, it's interesting if you watch like lions eat or attack in the wild, you know, documentaries and things of that sort. Once they get into the mode and the stalker mode, once they get into the stalker mode before they actually attack, like whatever is happening around them matters no more. Doesn't matter what's happening around them, right? So you're probably getting into this laser focus type deal. You're probably going into I need to focus on the last quarter of the month, the last quarter numbers, as I am going to prepare into the next quarter for the 2020 year. Business wise, you're looking at marketing and ad campaigns, rolling out the hows, the who's, the whens, right? Either changing marketing teams, switching things up, finding a new marketing team, testing, right? Some marketing strategies out. Maybe you've never advertised on platforms like social media before. So you're either taking courses to figure that out, or you are hiring someone to help you place your ads, right? This could be family. You're narrowing it down whether to or not, and you can figure that out the way you want. Maybe some people in your family have and others have not, so you are still weighing your options and doing your research and thinking about how you probably already have the antibodies. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that alone. So let's do some clarifying with the tarot, but you are laser focused on the goal that it is to be gained. Even if it's in love, you may have someone who has been around the whole time, and maybe, you want to change the atmosphere on how you're connecting with the person you're connecting with, right? You want to become closer. You want to get more information on maybe how their family dynamic work, or their finances, or what they think about spirituality, and do they meditate or pray, or maybe these things about this person and it's enduring to you, so you're kind of laser focused in on this person to see if what you have can mesh. Or maybe you're in something now, because these are general reads, okay? There's levels. Or you could be in something now where you are reevaluating it, probably trying to refresh it in some way, right? You like the partner that you're with, you're laser focused in them, trying to learn, maybe learning more about them, because we're all evolving. Yes, yes. Amen, amen. We're all evolving. So you may be trying to get to know them in a different way than you known them before. Like, they're really good at their finances, but why do they do that little twitchy thing, when you ask about whatever? Why are they always sad in just the month of November? Like, what is that about? Whatever. I'm just saying, you're just trying to get to know the person a little more in depth. If this is work, you are laser focused, my darling. Okay, if you are working for somebody, creating your own, I've already touched on that, but in the sense of being an employee and not an employer, you are making sure that your numbers are up, making sure that you have been doing the job that you were hired to do, and making sure that you can elevate into a position. Maybe there is a promotional or some type of other department you would like to go into, and you've been doing your research on that and seeing who you can connect within that department, maybe to perhaps get an interview, maybe perhaps inquire, even if they see you as a fit in that department. Whatever, you're filling it out, looking into it, but focused about it, right? Increase having the courage to ask the questions that you never asked before, having the courage to have conversations that you've never had before, having the courage to answer questions that you probably would be like, why you ask me that, and why you think I'm gonna answer that? Right? The 6 of Cups, okay? Looking back and reevaluating yourself. Not just the connections and things that you have with people, but how you've done things previously and where they've helped you and where they've hindered you. And how you're going to make changes to that, okay? Not saddened by things that didn't work out, learning from things that didn't work out, okay? Adjusting your life to better circumstances. Having the courage to make the changes, not just have the conversations, but make the changes. But you're having the conversations so you know what changes to make, Make sense? Yes, yes. Okay, beautiful. I like this energy, Aries, because I have a lot of Aries placements. Woo, so I'm just going to make a little few suggestions, okay? So if we're talking Aries in the 5th house, you may be... Is that how I want to do that? What you say, Most High? You say yes? Okay, because I like to do it this way because, you know, astrologers do the general readings, right? Based off, like, either their location and the sign. So, like, they'll tell you, you know, you have Aries, you have, you know, the Mercury is crossing your 7th house right now. Well, that's in generality, right? But in your own birth chart, Mercury might not be transiting your 7th house right now. Like, my Mercury isn't transiting my 7th house. So, you know, you may want to just look at your own birth chart. I'm just going to say that. So, I'm going to do this based on houses, not signs, right? So, well, not really signs. So this is what I'm saying. If you have Aries in your 5th house, right, you may be looking at, you know, your love affairs, right, your romantic boo-boos and baes and honey pies, right, thinking about your fertility and things that, and this could be for, this is fertility in love and relationships, right? Like your self-expression in your relationships, how you express that. So, you know, and this is like the house of romance, right? This is the house of joy. This is the house of self-expression. So depending on your makeup and who you are, you know, if you're an extremely romantic person, you are you're still romantic, but you may be having the courage to express that to somebody. Right? People that may not know this about Aries, they are extremely loving creatures, okay? But you gotta get in to win, baby. Anyway, so if it's transiting your 6th house right now, you are reevaluating your daily routines, your health processes, probably the foods you eat, the medicines you're taking, maybe transiting to, maybe looking more into herbal care or home, you know, home, what they call it, the you know, looking more like into Dr. Sebi route, like the eating of the earths in order to have better health, right? Your daily routines and your habits and your vices. You may be stopping a thing to do something else, you know, quitting something, instilling something else, replacing it with something else healthy for you, good for you. If it's transiting your 7th house, then definitely you're looking at your relationships. And that's all ships, co-ships, cousin ships, sister ships, brother ships, uncle ships, auntie ships, mommy ships, daddy, all the ships, okay? Even your romantics. You're looking at all of your relationship factors, the patterns, business partners. Everybody is up for question right now, and having the courage to have the conversations with them, knowing what worked in the past and what didn't in the future, okay? If you're in the 8th house, well, you know, that's the house. I call that the house because that's your true, deepest, darkest, I don't want to say darkest secrets, but that's your inner, that's really like your inner self, right? Marriage, contracts, money. 8th house can be related to money because, you know, it's like death and taxes and you know, merging, intimacy, Definitely intimacy. I know that's not the only thing, but that's a big, that's a big theme of that house. That's the Mars house, that's the Scorpio Aries house. Like that's your, so if you have Aries in the 8th house, that could be coming up for you now. In the 9th house, we're traveling. We are thinking deeper thoughts. We are trying to better our education. You may be thinking about going back to school, working that out, or looking back like that. I remember when I did those credits for ... Maybe if I call that school and see what the credits are, I can go do another program. Reevaluating, organizing, having the courage to look back at things where you have, maybe stop the thing and now you want to go finish and complete it, right? This is also your philosophical house as well, the 9th house. So, religion, spirituality, things of that nature, reevaluating that, maybe leaving what they're calling it now, maybe leaving Christianity to New Age or vice versa, or going to Judaism, or maybe you're converting for a love, anything like that. Okay. 10th house, career, long-term goals. You may be reevaluating career space, your public image, things of that nature, how people are seeing you. You may change your hair. Maybe you've lost a bunch of weight. Maybe you're changing your style. You're wearing more luxurious things where you used to be less into that, or vice versa, changing out of the more luxurious things and kind of toning yourself down a little bit. The 11th house is your groups and friends. You already know, okay? Your groups and friends. You may be changing social circles, maybe not hanging out with your sorors as much and creating your own little tribe, or maybe you are hanging out more now with your sorors, or sister cousins, brother sisters, real cousins, fake cousins. I don't know. This your life. Okay, but what's switching up for you. Your 12th house, more like, your subconscious things. This is the spiritual house. This is the Pisces house. This is the house of your deeper, I don't want to say intentions, maybe like intuition, tapping into that more, having courage to listen to yourself. Maybe you're actually like listening to yourself more now than ever because of things that happened before and how they made you feel and what they produced for you through those emotions and feelings, right? First house is all about you, baby, okay? And this is where you reside. Where the Aries reside. First house is all about you, your thoughts, your feelings, your wants, your dreams, your wishes, what you want before what anyone else wants. And if anybody knows that better, it is you, my lovely Arian friends, okay? Your body, your identity, your thoughts, you. Me. What that's a Alicia Keys song, right? And then your second house is about your moolah boolah. Okay, so if you have Aries in your second house, then you are having the courage to actually look at your finances. Maybe this is the first time you've pulled your credit report in, some lama years, and you're like, woo, I got some stuff to work on, but that's okay. Call with who you need to call, get the information you need to get, pay off who you need to pay off, set up payment plans with who you need to set up payment plans with, remembering how you did things in the past and how they did not work out for you. So you're like, yeah, I don't want to do that no more, right? Third house is social activities and interests. Okay, early education. It's a communicative house, so you could be changing, having the courage to change the way you think, being more of a listener and not a talker, okay? Because we can do that, Aries. We can overtalk, especially when we know a thing. Don't tell, hey. Especially when the Aries know a thing, okay? And I'm including men. And When you know that you know that you know the answer, even though it might be a different answer, because it can always be a different answer, Aries. And that's the thing. We know that. It can always be a different answer. So we'll finish with that, but we going to start with what we got. Okay. Your 4th house of home, family, self-care. This is your foundation house, okay? So, and you may be changing things in the home, working on things in your home. How you know, you may be redecorating, you may be throwing things out or passing things down or giving things away, passing it out because you're getting ready to replenish your own home, right? Like for instance, I just threw out, well, I didn't throw out a couch. I gave away a couch and then I purchased a new one. So, you know, you may be doing little things like that, maybe changing the feng shui a little bit, you know, taking down pictures, putting up tapestries, or taking down tapestries and putting up pictures, you know, little changing, maybe adding more color, yada, yada. I mean, it is going into the fall, so for you home decorative people who like to do that kind of thing, this is right up your alley, right? Y'all at the Michaels and the Home Goods and the Targets and all of that stuff, redecorating, bringing in the pumpkin spices and all of that stuff, right? And I believe I said 5th house, but I'll go back to that about romance and whatever. And because I mentioned that twice, that might be a big theme for you, okay? Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Hello. There is something that you need to have some serious courage on, Aries, okay? There is something that you is seriously pushing through on. And I mean, we all, you know, everybody has their push through, play on, push that they're pushing for right now. And I'm going to talk about all of the houses for all of the signs, because I know you guys just go right to your sign, which is fine. Like, you know. So, but specifically for the Aries, though, and I'm loving the fact that the lion, because in the traditional tarot, right, the lion is the strength card. Strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me all along. Dun, 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 dun. Who's that? Oh my God. Anyways, you're pushing through, knowing that you can complete it. Cause like you and that could be why you're looking back, like, look at all the stuff you've been done. Like, look at all the stuff you did. Like, look at how you created a business and got the LLCs and got the business insurance, and like your business is actually earning money this year, where as opposed to it wasn't earning money next year. Or look at how well you're getting along with coworkers now as opposed to when you first started. Or, you know, you went from secretary to floor supervisor, or you know what I'm saying? Like you're like, you have the you're looking back and knowing that you have the capability to do this thing and create these type of relationships that it is that you want, because you have always gotten it done before, right? And maybe it's a little different now. Maybe you're like growing into somebody in a way you haven't done in a really long time, because you've been single for like 20 million years, and now you have somebody that like actually wants to talk to you every day. It's like, this is so awkward. But we gonna do this, but we gonna do this, but we gonna do this, right? They don't know it's awkward for you. They think you've been, you know, living La Vida Loca or something. I don't know, but that has just not been necessarily true for everyone, right? Learning to push through and learning to know that you can have the things that it is that you want, Aries. You can have the life that it is that you seek. You can make the kind of money that it is that you pursue. Things require action from us and decisions. Okay, this is how manifestations happen. This is how the Most High blesses and creates us. We have to create the space for it. We have to take the steps towards it. We have to, and this is the thing that you know as an Aries, right? As an Aries, you know, if you take 3 steps forward or just 1 step forward, the Most High is going to take a step towards you as well. Like, you know this. This is why you're reminiscing with the Six of Cups, because it's like, I've been being taken care of. But there may be something missing than it was prior to before. Maybe, never like this, or without a specific someone in your life, or maybe you feel like there is something missing in order to accomplish what it is you're trying to accomplish. But nothing is missing, my dear. Nothing is missing. Okay? Whether people come, jobs come and go, businesses come and go, income comes and goes, right? I mean, even millionaires know this. They will sell a company, buy another company, break it down, flip it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe learning to detach from the thought that you always have to have a specific thing in your life is something that you need to do. Okay, mindful message. Yes. Maybe learning that is something for you to do. And I'm going to be really quick with this mindful message because I am probably right. There is a thing I should be doing. Return to the body. When I am caught up in my stressful moment, I can move my awareness to my body. Is my jaw clenched? My body tense? How is my posture? This helps me to see where I can relax and let go of tension. Now I can return to any situation more calm and present. Boom. Meditate, my Aries. Stay focused, me friends. Continue to travel your North Node and expanding your Jupiter. I love you. Push forward.